What's up, my man?
What's up, man?
What's your name again? I've seen you before, but I'm sorry. What's your name?
It's Myron.
Myron. Nice to. I'm Justin. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I saw the sign. I have one opinion of this. I don't think that. I think deserve comes down to I think of merit, right? Like if a woman has the same qualifications as a man in the same field, why not? She doesn't deserve less than a man, right? If a man is getting paid for more,
they do different jobs, so they couldn't have the same qualifications. Fucking dumb, easy, stupid. Checkmate.
For something than a woman with less merit, then I think that becomes the argument. But I think that honestly,
are you speaking from like a professional perspective?
No, absolutely not. I just think it comes down to merit based. I don't think it should be based on race.
No, but I'm saying
gender.
You're saying like if they both have the same job and have the same merits.
Qualifications.
Yeah, I'm not speaking from that perspective.
Okay, what are you speaking from?
I'm speaking from a more relationship perspective versus.
Well, that's what I said. Men and women have different jobs, so he's speaking from a job perspective where men and women can have the same job, but in relationships perspectives, men and women have different jobs, which is what I just said. Boom! Fucking be cooking these niggas. I'm trying to tell you, I taught this nigga.
Fatality.
You know, professional perspective.
In that perspective, I think it comes down to still what do they bring to the table.
They bring different things to the table. So men brings protection, provision. Women brings cook, clean. Listen, they bring different things.
I think historically and traditionally, men are considered to be the ones to provide, and women are the ones that are there to nurture children and to kind of take care of some of the homework while the man provides for the family. I actually agree with that, to be honest with you. And I mean that in no disrespect to women. I think if there's a woman in a
hold on. Let me stop you real quick.
Okay.
Notice how you had to say, I mean that in no disrespect to women. That is precisely why I'm here doing this, because the problem is that women look at it as it's an insult to tell them to be a lady or behave like a lady. But if someone tells you, be a man, get a job, support a family, we don't get mad at that. We understand that's our duty.
Man up, nigga. Stop crying. Stop being a little bitch. Man up. Nigga gotta man up. Guess what? Motherfuckers know how to do that. That's the difference. And I said, I just said that shit in the last. I just said that shit in the last stream. Women don't have to. You could be a nigga and a lady. I gotta hold the door open for you and let you beat my ass. Like, we can't win. We can't fucking win.
Stupid. But them, on the other hand, they get angry when you say, hey, you know, I want you to be in the house and take care of the family, or hey, we want women that are going to take care of kids. They get angry at that.
Fair enough.
Right?
I believe if a woman's in a position to take care and do the providing financially, and a man stays home and takes care of the kids, and she's okay with that, and there's no assumption of responsibility.
I want to let y'all niggas know this now. I don't give a fuck if that bitch write it down and sign a contract. She will never be okay with that shit. Okay? She will hate you, nigga. She's not gonna be not okay. She will hate you, nigga. Cause you know why she gonna hate you? Let me tell you why. You know why she gonna hate you? Cause while her punk ass is working all day, slaving, your ass playing with the kids she held for 9 months. While she at work. God damn. I just want to see my babies. Your ass at the crib. With the babies. Oh, look, mommy, look. Oh, she over there working her ass off. Oh, you're gonna be enemy number one. She's gonna hate you for the rest of your life, brother. If she can't see them babies' first steps, first burps, first shit, anything, you're cooked, my man. You're cooked. So get this fantasy out your head of, I'm gonna let her do everything and I'm gonna just chill. That will never fucking work. Stupid. Okay? Get it through your fucking thick ass skulls.
Responsibilities there that's just as good. I think that sometimes these taboos get carried away of like, I'm supposed to do this, you're supposed to do this. I think it's situational with people where if you are the one and a man is just confident enough to accept your role as the provider and he stays home and he's not the breadwinner, to let him do that. But I think
that simply doesn't work in most situations, though.
Yeah, in most situations,
I know that'd be ideal for a lot of guys, but the reality is most women are not going to be okay with being the breadwinner or coming home to a guy taking care of the house. They're just not going to want that.
Well, most of the time it's because women that are the breadwinners don't want to talk to women that are broken than them.
I'm sorry?
I said most of the time it's because women that are usually the breadwinners don't want to talk to men broker than they are. They want to aim up.
Exactly.
And men will aim as low as they can go sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Just for the night. And I think that.
Thank you for explaining why men can have as many women as they want and why women get stuck when they get at the top. Thank you. Because guess what? When she's at the top, she's only aiming higher. She want a nigga that if she make $1 million, her nigga need to make 4. And not that many niggas make 4. Okay? And guess what? The 4 million nigga want. He just want his bitch to shut up. He just want her to be quiet. He just want her to stop talking. That's it.
Perfect.
That's free. That is fucking free.
Perfect.
That's free. So, yeah. That's why men can have a lot of women that he has options for, and women kind of get stuck once they become, financially abundant.
That's the disparity. When it comes to deserve, that's a very situational word of do they deserve less? I think it comes down to a maturity of understanding your role and playing that role. Like, I make the most money, so I need you to do this as far as the partnership goes. And sometimes men they don't feel
Not a partnership.
masculine enough to accept that, and sometimes women don't want to work up to that standard of being that role. And if they are, then usually they're dating someone much more comfortable than somebody broker than they are.
Yeah, the point basically.
Bunch of yabbling. I was about to say, yeah, bro. You just did a bunch of fucking yapping.
Is that
bro was spurging out.
Enter any type of situation with a female with a healthy level of skepticism because, unfortunately, most women don't have that worldview that you described of wanting to be a helpmate and follow a man and everything else like that. Most women would actually bucket you if you said, "Hey, I need you to obey me and adhere to certain things." Unfortunately,
they would be one of the ones I probably would try to bag, honestly.
Cool. Who's up next?
Hey, Bates, thank you.
No worries. Who's up next? It's funny, but women get mad and they just walk by and they don't say anything, right? Is that interesting?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey.
What do you mean that women deserve less? Could you explain that more clearly?
Hey, what's up, man? He came right out his basement from choking out that other bitch that he killed the other day. This nigga came right out the basement. He just finished choking a motherfucker. I can't stand you motherfuckers. Then he's walking the street. What? Do you see that? Oh my God. I gotta go say something. These niggas are the sick niggas. Okay? That's what I'm trying to get to you niggas. If a nigga come to you and tell you, I'm a good nigga, he's not a good nigga. He's not. It don't make no sense. Why the fuck does he have to tell you? Woo! I'm telling you, he just finished choking with her. I can't stand these motherfuckers. What? I can't believe he said that about y'all. I would never. Stupid. Oh my God, this shit is hilarious.
Clearly.
Men need to enter relationships with women with a healthy level of skepticism.
Why is that?
Because most women, unfortunately, don't provide a reciprocal amount of value to a man in a relationship, and if they enter in giving her more, well, they're probably going to take an L.
I think it's the Riddler.
What kind of value do you say that women aren't providing? What are they lacking in?
Everything. Wife value. Whatever it is to be a wife, that's what women are lacking in, nigga. He's being mad, like, general. Like, it's easy to be general. I could be general back with you. Like, come on. Stop being a dickhead and come ask the question that you want to ask.
Well, a lot of modern day women don't respect most men. A lot of them don't respect male authority. A lot of them think that men are below them. A lot of them think that they deserve the world simply by existing. A lot of them don't think that they need to cook or clean or adhere to certain, traditional feminine roles. Basically, they can do whatever they want, and their roles are malleable to whatever they want versus your roles are static as a man.
But why should a woman have a traditional role? Why should she be home cleaning and doing all this bullshit that women?
Because, like the last nigga just said, I gotta be at home working and protecting shit. So why the fuck she get to do whatever the fuck she want to do, but I gotta do what the fuck I gotta do? Shit don't make no sense. I gotta do what I gotta do, but she get to do what the fuck she wanna do. Yeah, all right.
Women in the past have been fucking miserable doing. Nowadays, there's more women doctors, AI engineers. They're doing better jobs than men. They're getting lower suing, like they have less things.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
what's the cost of that?
The cost of them is working and going to college and thinking, using their brain.
But what is the cost of that, though?
I was just trying to say, instead of sitting around and letting a man have his authority over her and tell her what to do and where she's going to be and how many kids she's going to have and how many people she should fuck and whatever else you're trying to say. You know, if all women deserve less, does it mean every woman or just a subset of women?
Yeah, so what you just described is like women entering the workforce and like feminism. And I would argue that's a big problem with why we have the society that we have, right? We have marriages in the toilet. We have divorce rates, highest they've ever been. We have women on more SSRIs and antidepressant medication ever before, despite the fact that they have more privileges and access than they've ever had before, most educated, but yet they're still unhappy. We have, an epidemic of single mothers. We have a bunch of children that don't have a father. We have a bunch of kids that are running around being degenerates. We have school shooters all over the place. We have an enormous amount of crime. The economy is in the shitter.
But that's the fault. That's not women's fault.
No, what I am saying is a symptom of that, of the country declining. A big component of that is due to feminism.
How
because
does
feminism.
Wait.
I'll explain. Let me go through.
No. You're not making
feminism.
sense. You're throwing out things and they're not making sense. So you're saying there's a high crime rate. You're saying that men are not being respected and all that, and it's all because of feminism. Okay?
Yes, because
give me an example.
Yeah, I'll explain. So when you look at the degradation of society, it's typically directly rooted to the destruction of the nuclear family. The nuclear family is the backbone of any thriving society.
Look,
the thing that hurt and impeded, or some would even say killed the nuclear family in the West, especially the United States, was feminism. Because thanks to birth control and the rise of feminism and the rise of free love in the 1960s, what basically has happened is women have said, oh, I make my own money now. If I make my own money and I have my own status, well, I don't need a man anymore. And what's ended up happening is
What's wrong with that?
Well, that destroys the nuclear.
Right. Well, guess what? When she says she don't need a nigga anymore, guess what? She don't have a nigga. And guess what? No babies are being born because she don't have a nigga. Well, let me not even say no babies are being born. The nuclear family is killed.
Nuclear family, that's my point.
But what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with what?
Destroying the nuclear family.
Nigga just named shit. What's wrong with it?
Society's changed. Things change. Women don't need to be sitting around being married to someone and answering to someone and saying, hey, I can't have a high body count. They should be able to go fuck who they want, do whatever they want, and be happy. Okay.
His daughter has to be doing OnlyFans. This nigga has got to be, his daughter has to be doing OnlyFans, and he has to be like a swinger in his relationship because he sounds like a cuck.
Sitting at home waiting for some guy. Let's just reverse things a minute, okay? Let's say that someone told you got to sit around and you got to be moral, and any girl you want to fuck, you can't do it because women think that's wrong, and you will behave and do as you're told and live a miserable life. You say women are.
That's literally what niggas do. That's literally what niggas do. If he added pay the bills too, oh man, you just named what niggas do already. You just named what some niggas do already. Let me rewind it. I don't think y'all niggas heard him.
Got to sit around waiting for some guy. Let's just reverse things a minute, okay?
Oh, hear him.
Let's say that someone told you got to sit around and you got to be moral, and any girl you want to fuck, you can't do it because women think that's wrong, and you will behave and do as you're told and live a miserable life.
That's literally what niggas do now. That sound like a nigga I know in the Reddit. Doesn't fuck nobody else, listens and does exactly what he's told and lives a miserable fucking life. Sounds like niggas now. I'm glad you know. He sounds like him. Never stop.
You say women are more on, what do you say, mentally ill drugs or whatever? That's because they're sick of their lives. They're sick of being told what to do. They want a career. They want to travel.
They're not told what to do anymore. Is precisely my point. They have all the freedom, yet they're still on antidepressant medication.
No, they have more freedoms now. They're just starting to get more freedoms.
No, they've had them for a very long time.
Very little.
And they're still having higher suicide rates. They're on more antidepressant
males
medication.
have higher suicide rates.
No, I'm saying women have higher suicide rates now than before. Is my point.
Younger Gen Z and millennial women do have higher.
So as things have gotten better for women, they've made more money, gotten more education, become contributing members of society. Everything has gotten better for them, yet they're less happy.
Everything hasn't gotten better. They're still judged as whores sleep around. They're still judged as pigs and losers if they're winners.
I would argue they're not judged
Men
as
are
whores.
weaklings if a woman makes more
Niggas judge whores now? I rarely see niggas doing that. I be like the only nigga saying some shit. Niggas be jumping me when I say something. It be mostly the simp ass black niggas that be jumping me. But yeah, like niggas said they judge the whore. There's so many bitches doing OnlyFans. They judge. I wish we judge hoes. Shit.
They're not judges
fucking
whores.
handle it. What'd you say?
They're not judges whores.
Oh yeah, no. Yes, they are
Promiscuity
judge whores. If a
promiscuity
woman
is-
becomes a doctor, teacher, something that pays well, the men are automatically insecure. They fucking can't handle it, you know. And
No,
and
the
now
promise
men,
the
all they wanna
promiscuity
do-
is not promiscuity is not shamed to the same level that it used to be. Now, going back to the whole thing.
Correct.
So let me make sure I
And
understand
you're
this.
right.
So you don't think the destruction of the nuclear family is what led to society
The
going
degradation of
decaying?
society.
Wait, you're saying if a rock falls and breaks, did it break? You
No,
need to say
I'm
what
saying,
you're saying differently.
what I'm saying is that my argument is the nuclear family is the backbone of a society.
I don't believe the nuclear family is a backbone.
Okay,
of
so that's
society.
where we disagree. I
Right,
think
we definitely disagree with
Yeah,
that.
I think the nuclear family is the backbone of a society, a thriving society.
Right, but if that's the case, let's imagine that you're right for 3 seconds, okay? What you're saying out here is women deserve less. So why would I want to be a part of a nuclear family where a woman deserves less? Where I'm putting in the same
Dumbass nigga. That doesn't mean if you marry her, she deserves. That's what I'm saying. Niggas. It's like I have to explain this every fucking show. Women deserve less means when you meet her, don't give her your left nut and your right nut and your dick. You don't have to give her all that. Give her a fingernail. Barely. If she give you an arm, give her a fingernail. That's what women deserve less is, okay? Now, once she's shown, she'll give you her arm, leg, body, soul, everything. When she done gave up everything, she done gave up her soul. Then, you treat her right. Perfect. But she got to give up that soul.
same work or more, but I deserve less.
Yeah,
Can you
because
explain that to me.
the point I'm trying to make is the reason why is because modern day women are no longer traditional women.
What does
Expect you
that
to
mean?
be-
They fuck with people?
Yeah, more promiscuous. They're more rude. They don't respect male authority.
Okay,
They
but
think that
wait. Why should they? Why shouldn't a woman sleep around as she wants? Why?
there's a bunch of problems with that.
Give me one.
Women that sleep around tend to have more mental instability. They tend to have problems with pair bonding. They tend to be more miserable, sad, more likely to use alcohol, abuse drugs. This is
what
why women that
age?
are sex workers and porn stars almost always end up.
Everyone goes through an immaturity stage, okay? People like to go off to college, they like to fuck, they like to have a good time, but then at a certain point they say, okay, I've had enough. I want someone who loves me and cares about me.
Oh God, man! You're basically advocating for you'd rather have a girl that's been fucked, like that she's been fucked a lot, than have a girl that that she hasn't been fucked a lot. I don't understand the logic with these simp ass niggas. I really don't. It really blows my mind. You arguing for females to fuck more, to be able to fuck a lot of niggas, whoever they want, whenever they want. So that means you wouldn't be shy to talk to a girl that's that's had a lot of bodies. So it's like you wouldn't be scared to do that. Like you wouldn't mind talking to a girl that's had a sex with a lot of guys. That's telling you that's weird. That's weird. If y'all don't think that's weird, that's fucking weird. You don't mind that your girl has been fucking a lot of niggas. That's weird. And that's what you like sticking your shit in? That's what I'm saying. Y'all niggas is weird.
Or I don't want anyone who loves me. I get there's a lot of trauma in people's lives. A lot of 25% of women have been sexually abused. There's a lot of problems out there. It isn't just the backbone of society, this marriage thing you keep talking about.
Yeah,
and women are doing better than men, and they're going to be pulling the strings. They're the ones who are going to be controlling AI, medical.
They are. They're more educated than us. Women are way more educated than men. They're still not doing better. They're still. Oh my goodness. 3 out of 4, and I think this was for black women too. I think it was like 3 out of 4 black women is on some type of antidepressant antidepressant past 50. After 50, some type of antidepressant past 50. Like, it's trying to tell y'all niggas this. They get more chances, more opportunities, more money, fuck whoever you want, do whatever you want, and they still not happy. You know why? Cause you dumbass niggas was supposed to let them do that shit. She was just having a bad day that day. She was cooking a souffle. It burst in the oven. She had a nice apple pie on the bottom of it. The souffle leaked into the apple pie. The macaroni and cheese burnt up. The fried chicken. Fried chicken fell all over the floor. She dropped the pan. It just was a bad day for them. And you dumbass niggas said, you know what, girl? We'll get you out this kitchen, girl. We gonna get you out this kitchen. It was just a bad day. They were just having a bad day. That's it. And you dumbass niggas believed it. We want to get out of here, please. I don't like being in here, please. They were just having a bad day. That's it. You should have just been like, stupid. It's okay. You're going to be fine. We'll try again tomorrow.
Perfect.
But you dumbass niggas folded.
Fatality.
Now look what the fuck we doing. We got a million motherfucking bitches doing OnlyFans. Instagram models. Nothing but ass on Instagram Explore. Trying to tell you, you niggas should never did that.
The intelligence agencies. Let's not forget who got Bin Laden. It was a female intelligence agent. Okay.
Yeah, but who went and actually shot him?
Who went out and shot him? U.S. Special Forces. But a woman told him where he was.
And those were all men.
But a woman told him where he was.
And the thing is, that team that you mentioned, that you're talking about, that caught Bin Laden, it was majority men. Yeah, there was a woman that headed it, but it was a majority of men.
If it's the majority of men, but the woman figured it out, who's the smarter of them?
No, she was just a supervisor.
Just the supervisor.
She was just a supervisor.
There was a woman FBI agent who told Bill Clinton they're going to crash planes into the buildings, and he laughed her off, and all the male agents laughed her off. So, sorry, women are in intelligence agencies, women are way more intelligent than men. And they're getting better in AI, which is the future, and they're getting better in medical, science, cancer research. Women are blowing men away. And they don't want to live in a traditional role where they come home. And you're saying down here that women deserve less. I'm going to ask you again. All women deserve less, or just women who don't suck up to men? Which one is
like
it?
I said before, I said it from the beginning. When I say women deserve less, I'm talking about from a relationship perspective.
From what
being
perspective?
skeptical from a relationship perspective.
Militia?
Relationship.
Okay.
And then you went ahead and talked about the professional stuff. Look, I mean,
no, I talked about sleeping around, professional stuff,
yeah,
SSR, antidepressants. I talked about it all.
Yes,
Suicide.
and I'm telling you that as women have become able to attend school and make money and get these careers, their depression and their sadness and their life happiness has gone down alongside that. Is what I'm trying to explain to you.
But that's a
Just because
small
there are some women-
percentage, and men's depression has gone up too.
But men have always been, because we have a burner performance on us. Now women are starting to
because men are
experience
weaker.
No.
Yeah, they commit suicide at a higher rate. They're more depressed. Okay, they can't handle shit. If a girl tells them to fuck off or cheats on, they go home like a bitch.
Because men have a significantly harder life than women do.
Men have a harder life than women.
Absolutely, yes.
25% of all females have been sexually molested. It's like 8% for men. You're telling me that men have a harder life?
Men, yes, absolutely, yes.
Okay, and give me three ways.
Men absolutely. See, here's the thing. People, homeless people, drug addicts, people that are, suffering, right? Depression, sadness. It's overwhelmingly men. And the reason why is because with men, there aren't the same social safety nets that are there for women. For women, they're
What are
able
you
to.
talking about? Anyone that doesn't have a penny can get off the street right now. You know, Camilla's
There
house,
are
you go to Psychology
far more-
Today. And if there's more
there
men,
are
if
far
there are more
more-
men on the
there
street
are far
depressed,
more-
that means they're weaker. They can't go get help.
Yeah,
Why
but-
can't they go see
But
a
what I'm
doctor?
saying is that
but a woman
with
will.
men have significantly less social resources than women do. And here's the thing also.
No, they don't.
Wait,
No, they don't.
see, now we're just.
Okay, give me one fact to back
let's move
that
to
up.
the next person. We can't even have a
you
discussion.
can't handle the facts.
No.
okay?
You don't
And
have
you
facts.
say women deserve that.
You're
Does that
lying.
include your mom?
You're
Does that
lying.
include your sister?
You're lying. That's the
No,
thing
I'm
is
not
that we
lying.
can't even
I'm
have
right.
an intellectual
You're wrong.
conversation.
I'm right. You're wrong.
All right.
Okay?
No, you
and
are
you're making a fool
absolutely
of
wrong.
yourself.
No,
and
you
you're
made a fool of
and
yourself.
all these little George Tate or Andrew Tate guys that think you're cool.
These are all facts, man.
He's a fucking
These
child
are
molester.
facts.
He runs women. He's a piece of shit.
These are facts. These are facts.
Huh?
What I'm saying is, like, we can't even have a discussion on facts because you're saying, oh, that's not true.
Well, 'cause I
if you
say
can't
name a
even,
fact and you
if you
can't
can't
name
even
one.
concede that there are far more social programs for women than men, then we can't even have a discussion because
I said that there's
you're-
plenty of social programs for men, and they don't take advantage
No,
of
they're
them because
not-
they're too
there are far
macho
more for
to
women.
swallow their fucking pride and say, Doc, I
there's
need
far
help.
more
I'm
for
fucking
women,
in."
and like I said before, men have live a significantly harder than women do because women are able to be a housewife if they want. They can to the workforce. They have more ability
So they
to
deserve
do
less.
what they want to do
They deserve less. Then.
within the
Oh my goodness, this nigga's a fucking idiot. I would have been moved on.
confinements of a relationship. You must be skeptical. Yes.
Skeptical. You're saying they deserve less.
Yeah, and then you
so you're
mentioned
spitting
the whole-
on women is what you're doing.
Okay.
Every woman that walks by, you deserve less. Because
Look, man, if you want to
I'm
be a
man
social
and
justice
you're a
warrior, that's
woman.
fantastic. But let's get to the next person.
Okay, right. I know you can't take what I'm saying anymore.
No, because you're just virtue signaling at this point.
I'm not virtue signaling.
You
You're
are.
the one virtue signaling.
You're
the one
virtue
trying to
signaling
get
at this point.
attention. You're the next.
You're
Andrew
virtue
Tate.
signaling at this
and
point.
in the end, women are going to win.
Okay, we'll bring on
Okay.
the next person.
Yeah, I
Thank you
know.
for your
Bye.
time.
Bye.
Thank you for your time. Who's up next?
Nigga just yapping.
And that's progressive talk right there. The nuclear family is the backbone of any society. Can't even concede to that, then it is what it is. All
Hello?
right, what's up?
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. I'm Dominic. So I strongly disagree
Okay.
with the with your belief that America is going down based off feminists.
Okay.
What? I think America is going down for other reasons. I mean, happy wife, happy life. I mean,
Cuck.
Yeah, it's more like happy king, happy kingdom.
Yeah.
Because the reality is that
Now look
men
at
are
Frank.
supposed to lead, women are supposed to follow. And quite frankly, if the woman's in the leadership role, she's going to lead the relationship to the end. That's what it comes down to. Now, if you want to say, oh yeah, men and women are equal and have this egalitarian mindset, that's fine. But simply put, women don't build society. Contrary to what people like that guy was saying, like women are entering science and technology and intelligence agencies. The reality is men still dominate these fields.
what about
Men-
corporate? What about corporate America? I know that women are rising in employment in terms of banking, investing. I mean,
Sure, but I mean, women they are graduating college at a higher rate, and they are entering these professional roles. But the reality is that the infrastructure that allows you to live a first world life is dominated and controlled by men mostly.
So you actually believe that America's going down based off of feminists and women leading their relationship?
Well, there's a
into an end?
multitude.
Yeah, but not just because of that, Jesus.
It's not just feminism. There's a multitude of different reasons why the United States has been declining. Feminism is just one part of it, but there's multiple. I'm not saying that's the only one.
But so women shouldn't have rights. Women shouldn't have.
I never said that.
Well, I mean, what you're saying is that
I'm saying they're not equal to men, and the reality is they're just not at all.
they're not equal to men. I mean,
No, they're not.
No.
Like in what way? I mean, I know physics.
Every way, nigga. Every way. I love hearing this. In what way? Every fucking way. Think of something. Think of something. Do you think women could do better? I'm going to tell you men do it better. Think of something. If it ain't giving birth, and it has to be something we could do. We can't give birth, so that doesn't count. We can't. It's literally physically impossible. So we can't count that because it's something we cannot do. So if it's something that we both can do, we're cooking, y'all niggas. I promise.
They're not equal to men.
Yes.
But like
We are
within-
inherently not equal.
In
Just
ter-
off of what you just said right there, that proves my point.
really, in terms of what you say, knowledge and intelligence, you really think that women aren't equal?
Well, in general, I mean, men tend to have higher IQs. Most geniuses are men. But at the same time, most idiots are also men, and men have lower IQ. So we dominate both spectrums on the scale of excellence and media. But, you know, men, women are inherently different. I think this egalitarian mindset where men and women are equal is a big problem why we have the situation that we have.
I'm just curious.
And I would take it a step further. I would argue that women don't want you to think that they're equal. Women are not attracted to their equal. They're attracted to a superior.
If we were to go on a college campus right now,
I've done that
right?
before.
Yeah, I've seen your videos, right?
Yeah.
I think that I don't think women I don't think women should have it less.
You're thinking too hard about it. That's what I'm saying. They're so triggered by that sentence that they can't even think of a good argument, nigga. Like, because every time they start, well, what about those women? Do they deserve less? And it's like, nigga, you already fucking up because your argument's fucked because that's not what that means. And he explains it, what he means, and then they keep saying the same fucking shit. Fuck.
Right now, I think I believe in equality, right? But on a scale, women are rising in certain fields, right? Let's just say not in the blue collar workforce, but in the white collar workforce, right? I mean, we could just look at the numbers in Bank of America.
Yeah, like
right?
Sure, they're rising, but men are still dominating the infrastructure ran fucking shit. The main infrastructure that runs the goddamn United States. Electricity, water, gas. You know that shit? They turn your oven on, turn your lights on, turn the water, come out the shower. The roads, the buildings that you're living in. Men dominated.
Useless jobs, if we're going to be honest.
Useless.
They dominate the useless jobs.
So you think banking, investing, engineering are useless jobs in terms of infrastructure?
Engineering is dominated by men. I respect the plumbers, the power linemen, the electricians, the guys that do that control the sewage, the sanitation. I respect them far more than some woman in corporate. I respect the guys that do the light poles, all that stuff, because that's what keeps the country running. And this is absolutely dominated by men. Women don't do these types of jobs. Women want air-conditioned jobs where they can hang out and type on a computer and,
bullshit and call her friend Becky. Oh my God, Becky, did you hear what this thing is saying? Oh my God. All they want to do, nice air conditioning with the feet up type shit. They don't want to do no real fucking jobs. I get it. And I get it. Y'all motherfuckers is lazy. I get it. It's in your blood. It's in your blood. I get it.
Perfect.
Well, I believe that women don't want those types of jobs, but they do contribute a significant part of, America's economy. Just
sure, but
they contribute to the economy. Sure. The reason the economy is so fucking high is because they can contribute to the economy. Because they're like, oh, it's double the workforce. That's the reason why shit is so fucking high. So.
they don't contribute to the same level that men do.
All right, well, agree, disagree. Well, it was great talking to you.
Sure, no problem. Good discussion.
What are you disagreeing with, though? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, nigga didn't say nothing. He said women are, but they're not. Like, you have to say, like, this is how you have a debate. Nigga makes a claim, why women deserve less. Nigga comes up, says something. He says, he should ask, what do you mean by deserve less? If he wants to have a very logical, sound debate, because he needs to know what the fuck he's talking about. But niggas usually come up and say, well, do you think all women deserve less? Myron explains, no, this is just for the women that you're trying to talk to or have a relationship with in the beginning stages of the relationship. So not to show her too much. So do you think your mom deserves less? And it's like, this is not how debates go. He just answered your question. Now you're supposed to come and say, well, I don't agree with that. I think you should give them all. Then niggas say some dumbass random, like, it just, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this shit is really hurting my head because somebody get a nigga with some sense on here.
All right,
shit.
Who's up next?
These niggas ain't got no sense. It's like, they're not even having good fucking arguments.
Right, man. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I mean, I obviously...
Trying. What's up?
So, man, I mean, I obviously believe that, like, everyone should be treated equally, but, like, obviously I love learning other people's opinions. Like,
sure.
I mean, for all the women out there, I mean, I'm on your side, but I'm just wondering, like, what do you think women deserve?
For all the women out there, I mean, I'm on your side. Niggas trying to get some coochie. Like, y'all niggas are so obvious. Stupid. It's not that serious, Balji. God damn. Nigga about to fucking sell his soul for some fucking cardboard. Fuck.
Deserve less of? Is that like in terms of
God
job,
damn it,
entertainment,
stupid.
or in terms of like the household situation? I'm just curious.
When I say that, I'm speaking from the perspective of a man getting in a relationship with a woman being highly skilled of her.
Okay.
So I think I should be giving women less upfront in a relationship and less attention, time, and resources, and make them earn their keep.
Myron just explained it. Let's see what he says back.
What was that? Could you say that last part again?
They have to earn their keep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I completely understand. I was wanted to ask a question because no one was coming
No
up.
problem.
But thank you, man.
No problem. All right, who's up next? Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, this is better than After Hours, isn't it? All right, who else is up? I see that there's some people in the back that are, I've seen some women pass by. You know what's interesting, right? Because I'll set this table up and I'll say, look, you know, ladies, you're welcome to come in and debate me and tell me why you deserve more. But they never do, or if they do come up, they can't articulate their points. Instead, they attack me and say, oh, you're gay, or who hurt you, or some other crap like that, or, you know, be like the other guy and say the nuclear family is not the backbone of a society. You know, that's just, you know, liberal propaganda garbage. You know, obviously, when the nuclear family was at its strongest, this country was at its strongest, and as the nuclear family has receded, the country's been going down, right? And we're hoping that immigrants are going to come in and replace that, and that's just a problem because they don't come in and share identity. Who's up next? Don't worry, guys, I don't bite. You can come in, ask a question, maybe if you agree.
Thank you. So it's not really to prove you wrong.
Yeah, double down.
I know about her relationship.
If that
Even go back and agree with that. You got to
and I would
every woman
go to the halftime contributor. So like, but what another big pill for people. Women are not as ambitious as men think they are. Most of them are not that ambitious. Most of them, if they could, would prefer to stay home and take care of the family. But the problem is that they don't really figure this out until later on in life. They're sold the dream of go to school, get education, get a job. But at some point, they start to realize this was all a lie and a scam. So a lot of women are not as ambitious as men think they are. They're just not like us. They're not programmed like us. They don't have the same proclivity for conquering and success like us. This is why all revolutions were led by men and never women. Women follow, men lead.
Deserves less, right? Got a question,
Welcome.
really.
Sure.
So you say women deserves less, right?
Yes, I think men need to enter relationships with healthy skepticism.
Okay, so my question for you, do you feel that your mom that brought you in this world deserves less?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally said it earlier. Like, these niggas come in here and say dumbass shit. His mom isn't trying to get in a relationship with him. His mom is married already. What the fuck are you talking about, brother?
My mom deserves less?
I'm asking you, do you feel your mom is a woman, she brought you in this earth?
When she first met my dad?
No, right now, do you feel...
Oh my god, even worse. Oh my god. Myron gave this nigga the fucking win. He gave him the out, like he literally gives him the out so he doesn't look like a dumbass trying to say this fucking question. You mean when he first met and he was gonna say yes, even giving it to him, he was gonna give him the W. This dumbass nigga wants to double down and say no. Now you think she deserves less now, even though I just told you what I mean. Do you think she deserves less now, even though you just explained to me what you mean by deserve less? You mean by like in the bounds of a relationship in the beginning, you just want them to be skeptic and not just give up your whole life for a girl that you just met. No, not that way. Just in like. Where my monkey sound? Nigga chimping out over here.
Deserves less.
Yeah, just get in line, man, and you can go ahead and get your
That's
thing.
all my question is, though. That's
yeah,
all.
because here's the thing. I said at the beginning, it's healthy skepticism from the beginning. So my mom has been with my dad for 30 plus years. Are you talking about she deserves less now or back then? I don't. What's your?
No,
I just want some context to the question. Well, clearly now, no, because she's proven herself over all these years. But what I'm saying is going back to because remember, you asked me, what do you mean by that? I defined it. Healthy skepticism from the beginning of the relationship. Then you went to me about my mom. My mom has been in the relationship for 30 plus years, so she's built a healthy amount of equity with my father. So clearly she wouldn't need to deserve less because she's proven herself. So that's why there's a disconnect there with your question.
Okay.
Hey, you can come on the mic instead of just yelling from the side if you want. Oh, he doesn't want to be on camera. Okay.
I got a simple question real quick.
Sure.
Do you fuck with Donald Trump?
Of course. Yeah.
Who do you want the next?
Oh, is this the first lady? Okay. Welcome. Thank you for being brave.
What do you mean by less?
Holy fuck, are y'all niggas not listening? This nigga probably done said this about 8,000 fucking times. Holy shit. Deserve less. In the beginning of a relationship, when you're starting to talk to a woman, you don't have to give her everything. Go into the relationship skeptic. He done said it 8,000 times. I remember this shit. This nigga, that's what I'm saying, like...
I mean, men need to enter relationships with women with healthy skepticism and assume they deserve less.
But shouldn't that just be a standard regardless?
Well, that's actually a very good point. The problem is most men don't know that.
But I think that goes for both parties, though. I mean, there should be a healthy level of skepticism, understanding that everybody has a standard on what they would accept and what they don't.
Right, but most niggas are just accepting fucking scraps because that's all they can get. She's not understanding it. It's not clicking. It's not clicking.
Yeah, the problem is that with women, that's kind of taught and reinforced and natural. With men, it's not.
What is this?
So don't slip on your standards. Girl, what? You better not settle, girl. You better not settle. Niggas is like, bro, you gotta get whatever you get. Don't take. You get what you get and you don't get upset type shit. Like, nigga, like, hell nah.
Men are taught to pedestalize women no matter what.
They're taught to what?
Men are taught to pedestalize women no matter what.
Okay.
Versus women typically don't need to be taught to be skeptical in the beginning of a relationship. Women are naturally skeptical because you guys are the more vulnerable sex.
Okay.
So you guys have to approach for many different ways.
Okay. So you're saying that men have not been instilled in them to be more skeptical?
No. Niggas are not told to watch out, this bitch is dangerous. Niggas are told bitches are rainbows, roses, and kisses. I'm trying to tell you. Niggas don't think these bitches is evil. These bitches is evil. I'm trying to tell you. I know y'all niggas saw that. I'm telling you, I posted the clip the other day. We was laughing together, nigga. We was laughing together. I ain't never seen no demon shit like that before. And what's so crazy about that situation too was one of the niggas, because it was late, so one of the niggas is at the club. Niggas like, bro, I'll buy you whatever you want, whatever drink you want, I'll come get you, whatever you need. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even have shit. And she came to me.
Fatality.
Oh man. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think they have lower standards?
Yeah, men do.
Well, it's not that they have lower standards. Well, some might have lower standards for sure.
Sure.
Some might even understand that they should have standards, and some might not necessarily vocalize their standards out of fear of being looked at as a misogynist.
Yeah, well, okay, I'll put it like this. Every nigga has standards. Every nigga you look your eye in has the same standards I do for real. It's just how much pussy has this nigga had that he was willing to give up one of those standards or to ease up on one of those standards? How much coochie has this nigga got? Because if he's gotten a lot of coochie, he's not going to give up on them standards. If he don't get no coochie, he's giving up some of them standards. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about how much coochie this nigga get. If this, like I said, and that's why most niggas that start out, they giving up their standards a lot. But once they get their coochie up, once they get their coochie level, they not giving up the standards.
Or a sexist or some other pejorative term for being rational.
So you think that operating within that system, there's that like innate fear of being judged because they don't have that skepticism? Or where do you think that comes from more so is my question?
Because we live...
What does bitch say?
Within that
pejorative term for being rational.
So you think that operating within that system, there's that like innate fear of being judged because they don't have that skepticism?
Innate fear of being judged because they don't have that skepticism. No, it's an innate fear of not being able to fuck because they have that skepticism.
Or where do you think that comes from more so is my question.
Because we live in a gynocentric society. So since we live in a gynocentric society, the female way of thinking typically prevails. The masculine way of thinking is looked at as demonic and evil.
What do
terms
you
like,
mean demonic and evil?
for example, I find it interesting that feminists always say that the patriarchy is evil, when in reality the patriarchy is what allows them to be feminists in the first place.
Do you think the patriarchy harms men?
I would argue the patriarchy is more beneficial to women than it is to men.
How so?
Because a minority of men run the patriarchy versus a majority don't. Versus women.
Don't they reinforce it though, the majority of it?
Excuse me?
So it's set by the minority of men, let's say, but then
Yes.
don't the majority reinforce?
Come in. Come on in. Come on. Oh, never mind.
Force it, so it creates this like.
I can't hear shit with this
system,
headphones
not
on.
just
I'm trying
from
to tell
one
y'all, these
subset
are
of people.
amazing.
That's why it's a system. Because if it was just like 5 people, how would that be ingrained within society? You would kind of need a large group of people to be echoing each other.
I don't really understand. What I'm trying to say is that men, right, are not really allowed to put out their standards or their worldviews when it comes to women because it's considered taboo and misogynistic. But on the other hand, women
But
are
in what
allowed to
way,
put
though?
out. What do you mean in what way?
I mean, a man can say like,
Sure, I'll
I
give you an
prefer-
example.
Yeah, if I say you should be if I told a girl you should be cooking and cleaning, she's gonna look at me like, ah, I should be what? Like I just told her she should be a stripper or something. Now if I told her she should be a stripper, she'd just be like, that's a good like I was thinking about that. Like it's a fucked up funky ass world we really live in right now. I promise you, it's kind of crazy.
If I say women need to obey men, a lot of women would look at me and say, you're a misogynist. That's not true. That's evil. That's bad. That's wrong. But if I were to say we need to champion women and treat them like queens, everyone would cheer. Just like the other guy was trying to simp earlier saying this stuff. So the reality is we can't be critical of women. I find it interesting that the word misogyny is widely used, but no one even knows what misandry means.
Well, what do you mean we can't be critical of women? Wouldn't you say that both sexes are always being criticized for any?
No, women aren't criticized for shit. That's the problem. They could be niggas, they could be bitches, they could be hoes, they could be studs, dykes, sluts, anything. Boy, like they could do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's why we in this shithole that we in now, because they could do whatever the fuck they want to do. If she want to act like a nigga today and try to beat your ass, she can act like a nigga today and try to beat your ass. Guess what? You always got to be the man because you can't swing back. You can't act like the bitch today and fight her back. Because bitches fight. If you're a man, you can't hit her back, right? But hey, you might be able to be one of the girls today, and no, you can't, because guess what? Everybody gonna look at you. Oh, look at that man fighting her back. Look at that man fighting her back. They're not gonna say, somebody get that fucking monster off of him. No, they're gonna say, look at that man fighting her back, okay? That's the problem.
Anything? Because I mean, women are being held to the physical esteem of like their looks and have to be submissive. So they are being criticized because you're saying that.
I would argue they're not taught to be submissive. If anything, they're made fun of for being submissive. One of the terms that you guys use to shame each other is calling each other's pick me.
Right, because
Women are demonized for following a man's lead and
but
being.
so are men like simps, which are in essence the same essence. Like it's the same thing, just for different genders.
Well, here's the difference. When women simp on men, the man respects that woman and cherishes that. When men simp on women, they don't reciprocate, because the problem is that women get simped on their entire life and don't know what that means, so they don't appreciate it. On the other hand, as a man, we might not get our first kiss until we're 20. So when a woman simps on us, we actually appreciate it and treat her well. That's the difference. Women don't know how to behave when they get validation.
What do you mean women don't know how to behave? You don't think
They act like fucking cockheads. That's what it means. A woman with a high ego does not know how to behave. 9s, 10s, oh man, don't even waste your time, bro. You're not getting through that skull. I promise you gotta wait till she at least turn like 34, 35. Then she'll come making some sense. But you don't want that shit then. The ovaries is dried.
They appreciate it.
No, they don't at all.
Well, what if
And you
it's
can
just
blame Instagram for that.
unwarranted? But so, what if it's unwarranted? I mean, how would you feel? Switch the dynamic where someone is pursuing you, but you're just not interested, and this person is seen as a simp, but like you just don't want it. Like, are you a bad person for not reciprocating that? Because
No, you're not.
you just didn't want that.
Well, my argument is simply that women, right, have a privilege where they have a bunch of men approaching them, so they don't value male attention to the same that men value female attention. Right?
That's a scarcity thing, but that's anything.
No, not really.
But if you get something of so little, the little you get is going to be valued. But this is like market.
Okay, who
mindset,
has a
though.
better? Let me ask you this then: if I took a self-made millionaire and I took a trust fund baby, both of them earned one earned their million at 18 years old, and the other one earned their million at 38 years old.
Sure.
Who's going to have a better appreciation for the dollar? Who's going to understand the value of a dollar better? The trust fund baby that got it at 18, or the person that earned it at 38?
But you, from the outside,
Answer the question.
can make that description, but you don't know what internally that person
Can you
is
please answer the
thinking.
question so I can kind of who?
I mean, I know you want me to say that it'll be the person that earned it, of course.
Yes.
Because we can agree on that, but again, we're not in those positions to say that.
But
'cause
no,
it's
but
different.
here's the thing. That's why it's perfectly analogous. The reason why is because men are self-made millionaires. Women are effectively trust fund babies. At 18 years old, a woman is able to maneuver and be around higher status men simply for existing. Men are not allowed to be around higher status men unless they perform to be in that position.
Cool.
So what I'm trying to say is that women are in a privileged position where all the attention comes to them and they pick. Men, we're not in that position.
Okay. Well, my thing is just, I just wanted to ask you about this. I wasn't here to actually try to fight
Sure.
you on anything,
No
but
problem.
you know,
I swear niggas is opening my door, bro. Scared the shit out of me.
great for you opening up the floor and discussion.
Yeah, sure. No worries. Yeah, and just to kind of like
Okay, she didn't like act up or nothing at least.